Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Saving Grandad's Farm. My name is Alex, and you join me. Look at me. I'm back in my truck. This is mine. This is the very same one that was rolled over by the those lovely, delightful people who came to steal the car about 3 weeks ago now. And we're heading up the side of our the top end of our backfield, really. This is coming along fine. There's a few weeds in here at this top end there, and I'm trying to figure out why it's just at the top end that we're having this problem, but we're going to have to get the sprayer back into here at some point soon, have a look-see, but we're having to drive through it anyway, and as you'll see, it's looking pretty good. It's not looking too bad at all, actually. Oh, it's a bit bumpy up here. I am toying with the idea. We have a hedgerow that's down this side here. That little, this is continuing to grow. This little triangle in the corner, we're just going to plant a bunch of trees in. There is a countryside scheme that I'm trying to get onto at the moment, which I just need to figure out when the submission date is, which will allow us kind of funding to plant more trees. So I'd like to get a couple hundred trees in this vicinity down there, but also kind of stretching maybe along there. Now we're just going to stop here briefly and get out. Look at this though. So this is the side that was up in the air. This is the side that was rolled onto. It was all crushed up. They've had to replace all the door and this panel and the back panel there as well, and the whole car got a respray, which is pretty cool. And it looks good for it. It looks really good for it. I'm very pleased to have still maintained that. And it would have been, because this is an import, you'll notice as obviously as it is a left-hand drive, it would have been very difficult to get one of these. So very, very, very happy to have kept hold of that. Like I say, this corner here, we're going to look to get trees into all of this at some stage, so that's going to be a nice little job for us to do. And probably even going all the way down to where the track stops at the bottom there. This right here, though, I finished ploughing this over yesterday. This is 2 fields into one. We mowed the hay off the top here and we ploughed this all in. Looking good for it. We just need to get it drilled up now, which is next task on the list there. So yeah, we'll get that one done soon. And this is going to go into a field grass. So with this, we can probably just cultivate it in, and then we'll roll over it. We don't need to get a combination drill in here at all. So we'll aim to get that one done with the setup that we still have, because it should still do a job. I hope it will at least. And then yeah, that's another field done. After that, we're going to be really turning our attention onto the field of hay that's been mown down, which we're going to have a look at, and then we're waiting for these crops to come through and really thicken up, but also ripen off there. So this one here is going to have to get sprayed. Well, once it starts to turn, we'll desiccate it, but we'll probably have to come in and get some weeds taken care of on here as well. Hedge's got a little bit of a, it's not quite grown quite so well here for some reason, but hey ho, we'll worry about that. But we're going to cruise on down. We'll have a look at the hay field that's mowed down here as well, which we're probably going to put into round bales. That'll be mainly for our sheep. I don't think we'll get too many, but any is always appreciated at this stage. Because yeah, we need to get enough stock going for our sheep as well, but we'd also, if we can, we would like to sell some there as well where we can, just to keep the profit coming through. We are going to be selling a lot of straw though. That's what we're going to be really aiming for. I need to get this hedge trimmed back at some point. It's shot out more than I anticipated it would. But yeah, so we knocked this down. We left a little bit more margin here. We're keeping this margin intentionally, just to give the wild birds somewhere to do nest in, so we are going to keep a lot larger margins around the property, and we'll see what that looks like. We do need to do a bit of tidying. I keep saying that we need to look into this maintenance, but we'll get there at some stage. But yeah, we will see. As we come around the corner here, we're going to have a quick look at the grain silo, because let's be honest, we're going to need that very shortly. And we'll have a quick look at the last update that we were able to pull off in the yard here as well. I'll stop that about there. We're going to be going out on that in a minute because we have some news and something to look into with that. This is our bin. Now this hasn't been used in quite some time. We need to get this cleaned out. We need to see if it's actually all in one piece still, and if it will do a job, or if we actually need to think about maybe turning this into something else. But at the moment it looks like it's in decent state. So we'll have to give it a go. I need to find out what we do for power for this, because I can't see any mains for it. There's no boxes or anything certainly in here. There's not much but weeds in there really. We need to tidy this all up. And there's certainly nothing in there, although I could maybe pipe it through into here. That would be good. We need another run of onions very shortly as well, but that's a different story. So yeah, that is another project there. So we'll have to have a look into that one. I want to find something. This is a crate, of course, that the Shelby came in. I need to figure out a usage for that as well there. So that might become a chemical store before you know it. I just need to do a little bit of compliance work to make sure that'll fit and that'll all work. You may recall when we were last speaking, we did have a big pile of stone here. That has since been spread, leveled it out. A nice little trailer stand around this corner now as well. What we'll probably look to do is just shift them all over. If we have any more silage bales, we can stack those up along this side here. But yeah, we've got a little bit more space there now. It's just nice to have an actual trailer stand. I didn't go around the corner. We'll just jump over this trailer. I didn't want to take down any more branches, but we've got space there if we need to. But we're looking all right. Looking all right around here. We'll just keep this as it is, really, I think. I like having all the overgrown areas. And then, yeah, main focus is just going to be on the rest of this yard through here, really. Making sure that we keep this bit tidied up a bit better as well. I don't want this to get overgrown like it once was, that's for sure. But we'll need to think about... what it does mean is we've got plenty of space to go into should we need to. And I think, you know, given how much we've been able to expand so far, I think that might be something that could be a possibility. But yeah... So we need to discuss the Shelby, and I think it's something that we've been thinking about for a while now. What I would say is that I'm going to bring up a little bit of footage of it parked up on because it was a virtual auction because of the current scenario that we find ourselves in and the situation the world is in right now. It was a virtual auction. I'm going to show you the footage I can right now of the panoramic view they brought up of the car. They did a bit of a 360 tour of it. Looked rather stunning. And yeah, so it was advertised with an asking price or a starting bid price of £250,000. Now you may remember when we had Wayne on the phone from the auction house that he indicated that would be the price, and I thought that was just astronomical. That would have been a phenomenal price for us to be able to really rebuild the farm, you know, but then inject that money back into the project and really see a benefit of it. And we could have been able to do things as we look around here, invest in the orchard a little bit more into the bees, maybe even get more sheep, get another a bigger sheep pasture here. Sheep, by the way, doing very well. We'll have a look over there as we walk. But as you can see here, the car itself was looking immaculate. It really did look fantastic there. But it did better than £250,000. It did a lot better than £200,000. It even did better than £300,000. And you might not believe this, it did even better than £400,000, coming in at a final price between two bidders. In the end, it came down to an American chap who has a very large car collection apparently, and a British businessman. I don't know who won, but all I know is that they're willing to hand over a total of £430,000, which, folks, is just incredible. Now, I don't get all of that, I must admit. I have to pay auction house fees, commission fees, and all that kind of stuff. And I know that I get taxed on it down the line as well. But my take home from the auction is £408,000. Which, for something that I managed to find in a clump of trees in the middle of the field as I was restoring the field, I think you'll agree is pretty darn impressive. So, you may be wondering, we've got £408,000, Alex. What in the world are we going to spend that on? Don't worry, I've already thought about that. We're already one step ahead of you there, folks. We're going to go and have a drive. I've been talking to some local farmers around about, and some of them have been reviewing, negotiating, and or kind of like deliberating what they're going to do with their business. One of them's just around the corner, and we're going to be expanding, people. We are taking on some more land. Now, we're not spending the entire $408,000. No. We're spending about 2/3 of it. I want to keep some money in the bank just so we can actually have some cushion. Want to be able to have the opportunity and also the possibility somewhere down the lines that, should we want to, we can expand or upgrade some fleet. Things like a new tractor maybe, or a drill, or a new cultivator. That Pottinger that we had on demonstration would be a nice little addition. But we're going to head on out here. And let's just, we're going to go left. Okay, out we come. So we're going to head down here. Now, like I say, we're not going too far at all. Some of the fields are very close by. Some of them are going to be a little bit further away and require a little bit more work to them. But all in all, it's going to be exciting actually, really exciting. So we are going to go, this thing's first. We're going to go right here. Now we do have some land up here already, some land that's actually really, really close to being ready. We're not too far away from it at all there. So Combine might be coming out in about 2 weeks. I'm going to go and check it later on today to see how it's looking there. And oh, keep forgetting about this Ford. Should we need to, I think what we may well end up doing there is just desiccating that maybe the end of this week there, which will give us about a week, 10 days before we can get into it. Now the first field we're going to buy is not the biggest, but it's a handy little field for us, and it's on the left here, so that's my land up there. But we're going to go left into here. I'm going to stop right about here, because this is field number 1. Like I say, this is not too big. Now we haven't bought it, it hasn't been signed off for yet, or it hasn't been agreed. The price is roughly agreed in principle. We just need to get the lawyers in to get everything to work. This has got spelt in it at the moment, and it looks like a pretty terrible crop. There's been a lot of weeds sprayed off in here, but this is going to be ours. And it is going to be an interesting crop. Like I say, it's not coming through very well, truth be told. There, it's not going to be the thickest at all. But you know, we'll be interested to keep an eye on it and see what it looks like there. It's handy because it's right next to the rest of our land, so it's good working condition there. And it'll be a nice little add-on to our spell. I'm gonna have to see what I'm gonna do with that. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll figure that one out. So that's crop number 1. Now the next field's gonna be a bit more of a challenge, and you know I do like a challenge here. We recently restored a field of ours, which was the field that we found the Shelby in, which of course has put us into this position. We're going to have another little project on our hands, and this one it's definitely going to be a challenge. There's no doubt in my mind about that. We're just going to go down this one here, and it's probably a little bigger, but there's a few other issues with this field, and we're just going to have a quick drive into here. I've got permission to have a drive around it, but yeah, this is our second field that we bought. Now I was even thinking, was toying with the idea of it's got a good tall amount of grass on here, but it's pretty poor grass, and you'll also see there's a lot of bushes in the middle that we need to kind of take control of as well. So we're gonna have to figure out a way that we can get this all tidied up. But yeah, this is gonna be our field there. We're probably just gonna keep this as a meadow, to be honest, there, and just harvest it off here for hay and silage, because yeah, it's certainly not in a great place right now for any arable crops. But we'll see. Like, there's all sorts of different varieties of grass in here, and that needs to be pulled out there. And, bushes everywhere. Trees will keep, I think. There was a river down this side as well, so you've got to be quite careful with what we do in terms of pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, because we don't want it to seep on in. But this has been bought by the farm owner who owns those buildings over there. He's going to hang on to those right now. I think he's got eyes on selling those to just knock them down and develop them. But what we'll be doing here is very much taking this field over. Like I say, there is our water body, so we need to be very careful with that. We don't want any leaching it into the field, from the field into there. It's a nice sized field. It's, like I say, it's not very level, and it just needs to be, I think it needs to be just mown down like the last one was, completely worked over, and then probably even reseeded with something in there in the fall. So might look at getting the direct drilled. Actually, if we can get this all mulched in, we might look at just getting it direct drilled. So I have to borrow that big batwing mower again at some point and get this done, but we'll see. But yeah, like I say, an interesting field nonetheless, and it's going to be, it's the second of 3 fields. There's one more that we're going to buy, and that one is going to be a bit of a different story, a little bit more prepared. But yeah, we're going to be really increasing our size, so it's going to be great. I'm really happy. This field is the one that intrigues me the most, because I like to turn something from like a bit of a non-starter, well, a restoration project really. As this whole series has started out life with, we do like to restore things. Let's go shut that gate though. Okay, so what I'd love to know from yourself, everyone watching here, we may well be looking to upgrade a tractor. Now I don't know if that means we're going to get rid of the county, or we'll keep the county as a bit of a homage to my granddad's past, which we may well do there. But we might be getting something a little bit bigger, because we're increasing that acreage. We need something which is a bit more powerful, a bit more modern there really, I think maybe. So let me know. I am all ears. I'm very intrigued to know what you would suggest as my the preferred tractor I should go to next. I'm all ears to hear, so drop your comments down below, let me know which one you think, and we will see if your opinions line up. Before we go any further, let's have a look at that. This is looking fantastic. We're gonna have to get into this soon. Probably about ready to get sprayed off there already. So I think what we'll do actually is call in the contractor this afternoon to maybe get him in tomorrow to spray this off. We could be going very shortly. Like I say, get that going sooner rather than later. If it even needs it, I mean, it's not looking too bad at the bottom. I think we'll probably still have to get it done anyway. Beautiful looking crop though. Very pleased and excited to see what straw we get off there as well. But yeah, next field up is just over the road. Just over the hedge here. So obviously there is on our right, that's our buildings. With the gate coming up just about there. And we are just right about there. Never know where to find that. And so yeah, guys, this is going to be field. This is going to be our big field. Let's look at the size of this one. I'm going to probably call this something like the 40 because it's a big field. And I don't quite know the size of it yet. But we are, again, just finalizing our prices here for... but yeah, this is it's been left. It was supposed to have just been left set aside, but someone worked it over. And now look at it, it's got weeds growing through it. But we are going to get a crop of something put into here. We may even see about putting a cover crop in first and then coming directly in behind with a winter cereal crop. I do want to get some soil samples taken because I'm not really sure where they stand in terms of quality at the moment, but that's certainly something I'm going to have a look into. But yeah, this is going to be us. Now, what this does mean is just look at the size of it. It's going to really increase us. This is why I'm thinking about another tractor as well, because we're going to need something to really kind of help us along here. Just a bit more power, really. The Ford is good, but maybe if we got the county... got rid of the county or the Fiat and got something with a little bit more grunt in, that might help us out. But watch the space for that one. For now, I have a drone with me, and I want to just take the drone up here just so we can have a bit of a look around, because I feel like it's the farm is really kind of becoming something quite special. I want us to kind of take a moment to have a look at that. So if we just get that drone out, I'm going to talk to you as I fly this thing as well, and up we go. So that is the first field that we'll be looking into getting there. You'll see our land kind of stretches around here. We've got our two fields there that are looking very, very promising actually. Indeed, the restoration field there, which is starting to show some signs of life, and then two fields of oats in the distance, which will be really good. The buildings are my strongest, most proud feature at the moment there. The way that we've really kind of brought the farm along is incredible. The orchard field is just insane. It really, really is. For the amount of work that we've done there so far with the sheep in the corner and the livestock as well. The farm buildings are slowly being restored and coming into the world of their own. It's just beautiful. It really, really is looking fantastic there. So I think as well that's something that's going to really continue to drive this whole business forward. Having the contract with the Lansdowne Association though is brilliant. That's working really well. And they have stuck to their word, and we're trying to provide everything that we can to them right now. To the point I think I'm going to start to look into investing into the bees a bit more to get a bit more honey out there. There's a spot in the middle of the orchard field that I could feel like I need to utilize somehow, so I'm going to look into see what we can put in there. Maybe the greenhouse, maybe something completely different, but that's certainly looking good. And yeah, like I say, the sheep are settling in nicely. They're doing very, very well, and yeah, we are looking good. This field in particular though took a lot of work to get going there, really sort of breaking it down into smaller fields is managing and benefiting our style. Like cover crop's still doing a wonderful job, and the crops that we have here are looking very, very good indeed. Want to get a few more trees planted though. Like I say, there we've got 200 trees or so that I'd like to get in, and that number may well continue to increase. We may find that getting close to about 1,000 by the time we finish, because I could fill this area up a bit down here and really change this whole scenery a little bit. So we'll see how that one goes. But like I say, this is still the very early stages of this business and this venture. Lots that I'd like to continue on with here, and we'll see how it goes. And we're going to continue to bring you along for the ride. We do have various different things that we've still yet to really touch on, like the fishing lakes that we need to go and check in with as well there. It's a nice little business there, and I didn't realize how good that was actually. And yes, that's a nice little learner. But yeah, ultimately we're all doing very, very well. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please do let me know down below, and I'll be sure to get back in touch with you as quickly as we can. Let me know once again, like I say, what if you have an idea for a tractor that we should pick up, because I'm going to be looking for something. And yeah, just think this all started because originally we found a tractor, or we found a car in a container in the middle of a clump of fields a clump of trees in the woods over here, which is all just crazy to think about. So without that, we wouldn't be anywhere near this stage, I don't think. But we're doing very, very well anyway. As you can see, this field's coming on into its own, so it's going to be a great improvement from where we were. And we'll see what else we can bring into the business as well. So right now, though, like I say, we're going to leave it here. So thank you very much for watching. I have been Alex. This has been Saving Grandad's Farm. I do hope you have enjoyed, and we will see you all in the next one. Until then, have yourself a great day. Enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll catch you later.